Hi folks, what we're going to do today is make a delicious cheesecake. I don't know how y'all been making it, but I'm going to show you the right way to make it, and it's going to be delicious. Okay, first off, I would just want to say, stop putting daggum sour cream in your cheesecakes, okay? This stuff goes on enchiladas and tacos, okay? Don't put sour cream in your cheesecakes. It makes me so fiddlesticks that I'm so angry right now, okay? Use heavy cream, okay? Let's make a compromise. Let's use heavy cream and it'll turn out just as delicious. You can fix enchiladas for supper, okay? Okay, let's get started. Okay, 4 blocks of cream cheese. 4 blocks cream cheese. Let it get to room temperature, okay? Room temperature, nice and soft and workable, okay? Let it take that stuff out early, let it get soft. Okay, then you're going to want 2 eggs. You can use 3 or 5, depending on how fluffy you want it. I want it nice and dense, okay? So I'll only use 2 eggs. Let that get to room temperature as well, okay? You're going to need some butter spray, just to spray your springform pan. I highly recommend a springform pan, okay? And what it does, it preserves the aesthetics of your cheesecake, okay? It's going to turn out just, oh my gosh, you're going to laugh at other cheesecakes in the grocery stores and stuff after you see this, okay? Springform pan, it releases, okay? If you don't know, it's got a little latch on it. Let me find this daggum latch. There it is. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, you unlatch it, okay, and it releases from the cheesecake, and it's just untouched. It's just pure beauty. You'll see, okay? You'll need some parchment paper, okay? You put this in the bottom, and it just makes it so much easier. That stuff doesn't stick. I mean, your cheesecake's not going to stick, okay? But what you do with that spray, I like the butter is good, butter yellow, okay? You take the spray, and you spray the outside of your pan with that spray, okay? Coat it with some sugar. You can roll it around over the sink or whatever. Just coat that baby with sugar. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and that's going to keep it from sticking to the side. It's not going to stick to the bottom because of your parchment paper. I just unrolled a big piece of parchment paper, cut a circle around the size I needed, and you'll see it'll fit just as well. Just good. Dandy and fantastic. Okay, you need some heavy cream like I said. 3/4 cup. 3/4 cup of heavy cream. Put your vanilla in the heavy cream. Dadgummit, it makes me so angry when people just dump stuff in a bowl. I mean, Jesus. Do you wash your hair and use cream rinse at the same time? No, you're going to wash it first and then do the cream rinse. Okay, there's steps, folks. You don't just throw stuff in a bowl and stuff just magically whips together. There's the right process to it all. Add your natural, I highly recommend natural and imitation vanilla. Get you 2 different brands. Mix them together. About a tablespoon or 2. Who measures? I mean, why measure? Just dump your vanilla flavoring in your heavy cream. Mix it together. Okay, it's a whole nother ball game, okay? You are diversifying your flavor from your vanilla into this cream, and it's going to spread more into this cheesecake, and it's just going to be so delicious, okay? Sugar. It's got to have sugar, right? Okay. Anywhere, Jesus, from 1 cup to 1.5 cups sugar, okay? Put it in a bowl, put your sugar in a bowl. I like to mash it up, get those daggum lumps out there, because, oh my gosh, lumps just make it, it will not turn out good at all. Smash up those lumps. And just use about 2 tablespoons of flour. You can use flour. I like cornstarch. Put the cornstarch in there, 2 tablespoons into your sugar. Like I said, 1 cup to 1.5 cups, depending on how you like it. Some like it sweet, some like it not so sweet. I've tried 1.5, it was a little sweet. So I'm going with 1 cup sugar. Okay. Then you'll need some graham cracker crumbs. You can use any kind of crust you want. I like graham crackers. They're good. I've tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. It was delicious. But I'll stick with the old graham cracker crumbs. Works good. Okay, so let's get started with this, and we'll show you how it's done. Okay, folks, we've got our 2.5 cups graham cracker crumbs, 2.5 cups, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. Okay, take this butter and pour it into the graham cracker crumbs. Okay? Then you're going to take and just mix it up, and we'll go from there. Okay, folks, got our graham crackers and butter mixed up to where it's nice and moist. And we're going to take it and put it in this springform pan that you got prepared with the butter spray on the outside and the sugar coating on the outside of the rim with the parchment paper on the bottom. Stuff's not going to stick. It's going to be delicious. So we're going to take that and put it in here. Let's go from there. Okay, folks, what you do is take the graham cracker crumbs, put it in the pan, and you basically make a crust. You press it on the sides, press it on the bottom, make sure it's nice and smooth. Now your crust is prepared and you're ready for the next step. Okay, folks, while you're going ahead and getting prepared, put your oven on anywhere from 300 to 350. It depends on your oven, how it heats. I'm going to go with 300 on mine for 2 hours. Bake your cheesecake for 2 hours. Start with 300 degrees. And you can go, like I said, up to 350 for 2 hours. So go ahead and have it going. And one thing I forgot to mention is we'll have a water pan. You can't see it because it's dark and kind of scary. But there's a pan, a Pyrex dish full of water. It's called a water bath. A lot of people just put their springform pan inside of a dish with full of water. And what this does is it keeps the temperatures nice and controlled and evenly dispersed. And it keeps things moist. So I like to have the oven started with a water pan in there. Like I said, I'm not going to put my pan directly in the water. It's going to be below it. I'm going to have that nice and moist and the oven prepared and heated up while I'm doing all this. So I just wanted to point this out to y'all so you can see it. Okay, so we're going to get started blending our 4 blocks of cream cheese at room temperature. We're just going to get it nice and smooth and blended and prepared for the next step. Okay, folks, what we did was blend our cream cheese. Got it fairly smooth. And next we're going to add our heavy cream with our vanilla added to it, of course, to the bowl of cream cheese. Mix it just to get enough to get it incorporated. Then after that, we're going to add our sugar with our little bit of cornstarch to it. And then, after that's mixed, add the eggs last. Always add the eggs last. The eggs is what makes it fluffy. And when you add the eggs, only mix it a little bit, just to get it all blended. Okay, folks, I added the heavy cream with the vanilla in it and blended it until it's nice and smooth. And once you add that, it's going to be fairly workable now. So next we're going to add the sugar with a little bit of cornstarch in it. Add that, then we'll move on to the eggs. Okay, folks, we added the sugar to it now. That's the dry ingredients in it. And now we're ready to add the eggs. Like I said, add the eggs last and minimal mixing. If you don't like it fluffy. Minimal mixing. One note I like to point out is if you like to taste test, get your little scoop and taste it. It's best to do it now before you add the eggs. Because raw eggs is not good, makes your tummy hurts, gives you the squirts and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to add the eggs and go from there. Okay, folks, we added the eggs. Just nice and smooth, just enough to get it blended. Now next we're going to add it to the pan that you got prepared with your crust in it. Crust doesn't have to be perfect, just put it on the sides. Okay, so next we're just going to pour this into the crust and then bake it for 2 hours at 300 degrees or up to 350 depending on your oven. Now one thing I like to point out is I like to bake it about 20 minutes, 40 minutes to get it nice and kind of almost brown on the top, and then put a piece of tin foil on the top of it. And what this does, it reflects the heat and keeps it from further cooking on the top. And so you can preserve your perfectly nice brownness. One thing I like to also point out is mine ends up with cracks on the top. That's because I don't put the pan directly in a water bath. But cracks are okay. Cracks and crevices are good. I like them. It doesn't stop me from eating it. It's going to be delicious. You're going to love it. Okay, folks, we got the cheesecake added to the crust and pan, and we're just going to place it in the oven for 2 hours, and we'll see how it turns out. Just a little side note, I add a little vanilla zest in the water so it smells good and delicious when it's cooking. Okay, folks, take it out of the oven after it's done cooking. Let it cool off about an hour or so. Let it cool off. Release it from this springform pan. Where's that daggum latch? Oh, look, there it is. There it is. There's that latch. Pull that latch, release the cake from it, and put it on a tray and put it in the fridge for several hours and let it cool off and serve that baby on up.